India has come in its complete form to deliver to all forms of solutions and to cater to all kinds of situations across the world. And Sanjay, you put it very beautifully, I mean, there are countries where there are bits and pieces of technologies that are there, but this is one country that can cater to any level, the toughest of terrains to the largest of technology requirements. And that's what India stands for. And, a part of this whole technology rollout that's going to take place in the future, a very important aspect of this technology rollout is optical fiber. And I'm here to tell you something more about it because optical fiber has come right back to disrupt with the coming of 5G. So fiber in your food and fiber in the network is, I think, very important. I'm not going to really dwell too much upon this, but just wanted to share that every country has very similar needs. I mean, we all citizens, all countries, what do we want? We want to, have affordable healthcare, ensure our citizens are secure, may it be in the form of education, progress, clean water, food, agriculture. It's pretty much the same. And therefore, the Sustainable Development Goals made a lot of sense across the world. But there is one network and one infrastructure. It's pretty much like a utility. This is one infrastructure that can actually, in real time, deliver this value back. So, and you know what? The citizens across the world have recognized the value of the data networks already. I mean, we're talking about a massive jump of almost 22x data per customer across the world. The device community has come together to cater to the needs of the network. The data demand from our citizens are pretty significant, and the application world is actually going completely off the charts. So all this basically means that, I mean, let's just, address the fact that broadband infrastructure networks clearly is the utility of progress. And why is India so relevant in this whole thing? So, I mean, this is a very big number, and I want to draw attention towards it that just in the last quarter, right, on a per month basis, over 2 billion GB was used at an average. And this is bigger than, the US and China and other countries who are known to utilize data. And we are still at actually a nascent stage of what really the data revolution is all about. The government has recognized this very well. I mean, and the government has put out programs that actually enables the coming of this whole data revolution. The industry has responded very well. And like, what Sanjay mentioned, the partnership between the government and the industry is extremely tight here. And that's why what we deliver, we don't deliver just as a company, but we are delivering as a country to the world. India wants to deliver to the world the next big revolution of broadband infrastructure. And this starts from the kind of manufacturing capability that we have, which is world-class. And the research and development where Indians across the world who have already established themselves are coming back to this country because they feel that today we as a country have opportunities and have almost like a purpose much beyond just business. And that's where the passion and the encouragement is coming into play. Our standards organizations are now leading from the front, and you're going to be seeing a panel on them later. But if they are global standards, we have Indian standards that are actually going to be at the forefront. So extremely experienced talent, extremely experienced levels of manufacturing and product, all this is coming together to deliver the future. And what is happening, right? So technologies of the future is actually getting developed today, and it's getting developed in India. And at the backbone of this whole thing, around broadband infrastructure lies actually fiber. Sanjay, you mentioned about it. Disruption of 5G really lies on optical fiber. So this is the data that we captured, and it's a very interesting aspect that the more data moves up, directly proportionate to that is the demand of fiber across the world. Fiber is everywhere, really. I mean, and it is going to come. So I just wanted to draw upon the fact that, the world is looking towards fiber as a single most important product that's going to be a part of their network. And in fact, in India itself, it's about 60 to 70 billion dollars of demand. So this has created an environment where the industry has come together to invest significantly in maybe research, development, design-led manufacturing, patents that is established across the world and in India, and an investment in actually building out skilling for the future. So with the demand both globally and in India, the industry has come together to create an opportunity to become the optical fiber capital of the world. And why so? How have they invested? I'd like to draw upon there is, just to point towards something called as glass preform. That, in the world, there are probably just about very, very few countries and single figures who create glass preform. So when you are actually rolling out optical fiber, the real crux of it is the quality of the glass for the optical fiber. And India is in the forefront of creating this glass preform, which is at a semiconductor grade. And why am I putting so much of emphasis into this is because we have complete control over the value chain of the optical fiber, which means that the quality of the optical fiber that comes out of India is so created that it can manage any forms of terrains, the toughest of terrains, and for that matter, the most congested of cities where optical fiber has to climb or go underground in any environment. So it's unparalleled. But let me also share with you something very interesting, and when you come to our stall at Sterlite Technologies, please take a look at it. A lot of the developed countries today are investing in creating, in actually 1,000 or more than 1,000 count optical fiber. So just to give you a perspective, one optical fiber is like an highway, right? It's like a highway. So more than 1,000 highways together, rolled out together, actually helps you future-proof the future data needs, but more importantly, it saves you immense cost. When you basically lay the optical fiber, shut it, and forget it for your next 40 to 50 years of consumption, that's when society grows together and really fast. So if there is an opportunity that every citizen would love from their governments and from their data providers, it would be where there is seamless data and you can do pretty much anything with it. So the coming of IoT, coming of 5G, and the demand that our citizens are expecting out of all of us, optical fiber with high count is very, very critical. So a little bit about Sterlite Technologies. We're into 100 countries. We have a significant number of patents. The best of our brains from across the world are coming down and joining us so that we can actually invest in standards, and also the best of research and development for all kinds of use cases across the world. So thank you so much, and hope you'll come to ours.